So, Magic the Gathering just released some music. I listened to it, and it's not that great. Well, most of it, at least. Now, Magic the Gathering has been doing their best to keep things fresh and bring people back year after year. I myself have fallen out of love of the hobby, but it more so comes down to costing an arm and a leg to properly play the game, and while I have too many hobbies as is, I can only give up so many limbs to play all of them. And as I found in recent times, other card games exist other than Magic the Gathering, Pokemon and Digimon being two of them. Now, these two games' core design philosophies are much better than Magic, if for no other reason than the core cards that you need to play the game are wildly available and cheap on the secondary market. So you can play the game, make even multiple decks, and it won't cost you an arm and a leg, unlike Magic the Gathering. Now, let's put my TCG problems to the side here. We're here to talk about music. For their newest set, Neon Dynasty, they decided to partner with a whole bunch of YouTubers to make music. In a vacuum, smart, easy publicity with a built-in fan base within and outside of Magic. Also, probably cheaper than hiring a bunch of professionals within the industry to make a bunch of music. And I know people who are fans of the franchise usually take a pay cut just to be able to say that they worked with or worked for Wizards of the Coast / Magic at the Gathering, whether that be musically, working for the company in itself, or wanting to be a designer when it comes to the game. Now, what type of music are they going to make? Well, Neon Dynasty is based off of a previous set they did, Kamigawa, which is heavily inspired by and based in Japanese folklore. Neon Dynasty is a neon punk future of Kamigawa. So the album has a lot of lo-fi, synth, techno, at least a lot of those stuff in that vein. Now, I do apologize. I'm not the greatest music guy, all right? But I'm gonna do my best here. As well, a fair warning, I'm not super big into this genre of music. I need to put all of my biases out front here, right? But I do have 2 ears, and I like to think I know when something, slaps. So they released a 15-song album. I listened to all of them, and there is a synopsis for each one and a rating Fantano style. Now, I can't listen? Well, basically, I can't show any of the music I'm going to be reviewing for you simply because I don't want the music equivalent of the FBI kicking down my door and planting evidence on me, robbing me of my worldly possessions. So I'll provide a link down below so you can listen along as I rate the songs. Let's go. We're going to go song by song. I'm going to give you the name of the song, my rating for the song, and some just notes that I put here beside it. First up, we have Light It Up. I gave it a 3 out of 10. And you're going to see this is a reoccurring theme with any of the songs that essentially have any vocals attached to it. What are my notes here? Generic, bland, it's explaining what's happening as well. It sounds like a fan cover song, if you guys understand what I mean. It's like somebody who is a fan of Magic, has some artistic talent, decided, I'm going to make a song about this set and world that I really like, and decided to write his own music. It's got that feel to it. Now, what you'll also notice if you look through a lot of the credits on Spotify or YouTube itself, Jonathan Young is on, I think, 7 of them. So about half of the album is Jonathan Young. Now, if you follow him on YouTube at all, he does absolutely fantastic music covers. My favorite being Hellfire, one of my favorite songs from one of my least favorite Disney movies. I don't know. So he's going to be coming up a lot, and I think he sings in some and doesn't sing in others, but regardless, Light It Up is very generic. It's very bland. It's kind of like, It does a lot of what I would call sing talking. Instead of singing and telling a story with your music, you're just kind of, hello, I am President 24601, kind of bad musical sing talking. Anyways, let's go on to the second track. The Future is Bright. 5 out of 10. The parts where Zan Zinger is a part of it, it sounds great. Then the synth comes in a little too hard and overshadows it, right? Now, Zan Zinger, if you look through the credits again, is on a lot of this. He provides the traditional flute. What's the name of that thing? I'll put the name up somewhere on screen. I can't be bothered right now. Now, the biggest thing for this is it's fine. It's serviceable. I gave it a 5 out of 10. I didn't hate listening to it, but the dubstep comes in a little too hard over top of the nice sounding flute. So that was really my only gripe with it. And it has no vocals. So I feel like, again, you'll be seeing a bit of a trend here where anything without vocals usually scores a higher rating. Number 3, One with Phyrexia. I gave it a 3 out of 10. Every time they sing, "What's happening? I want to die." Lean more into guitar and it feels random and off. Sounds like a fan cover, not a song. I feel like, as I put in my notes here, that they had a checklist of things that they had to put into the songs, and because of that, they made songs so heavily inundated with Magic the Gathering lore and buzzwords, catchphrases, just parts of the game, that it doesn't feel like a good song. Again, it feels like a fan cover who wants to go, "Hey guys, this is a Magic the Gathering song." Get it? Because I'm using Magic the Gathering words. Instead of it being like a good song on its own, it just feels like there's a checklist, we have to meet it. It's a shame. It's a shame, because a lot of these people on YouTube are talented, are good. I like their stuff, but it feels wasted here, sadly. I don't know how much creative control they had, but a lot of the time it almost feels like they have a gun to their head saying, "Say the line, say where you are, where are you, what are you playing?" It's Magic. Number 4, 10 out of 10. Oh, great vibes, mixes the old and the new very well. If you look at the music video, which I believe is in the YouTube playlist, of them explaining the song and the journey the protagonist of the song takes while they're doing it, it elevates it even more. Zach Singer and Insane in the Rain music, this is good. This is perfect, like, background music. It feels good. It's good. I like this. This is what I feel the entirety of it should have been. Mixing the old traditional melodies of Kamigawa or traditional Japanese music with a more synth, newer approach mixed in there every once in a while, but I don't know, it's good. It feels nice. And out of the whole album, this is the best song, I would say. But again, I'm not the greatest music man. I just got 2 ears, and this to me slaps. Number 5, Tascade. Tascade? Yeah, I think I got that right. The song will definitely tell you over and over again how to pronounce it. 6 out of 10. I don't hate it. It sounds fine. The vocals sound better on this. I don't know how to explain that. And it's telling more of a story than it is talking me the lore of the set, which is good, which I think they're trying to get across lore in the set, but you're telling it in an interesting way that plays well with music instead of just going through your checklist. But it is a little repetitive though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It still sounds a little repetitive. That isn't to say that other songs aren't, choruses and stuff like that. It just doesn't seem to really have much substance other than the little bit of lyrics that you do hear, and it just repeats throughout the entirety of the song. I feel like they could have done a little bit more, but overall, not the worst, not the best. It sits just slightly above average, and I think it is the best vocal song out of this entire album. Number 6, Lost Aura, 9 out of 10. Seems like most of the songs that have vocals are just not good. Again, Zach Singer, great job. He provides the flute in all of these, the traditional flute. He does a fantastic job. Love his stuff. His YouTube hasn't been updated too frequently, but he's probably doing more professional work now because he's really good on the instrument. Again, no vocals. It's just a good beat that just feels good and on theme to what they were actually trying to accomplish. Number 7, Dearest Friend, 3 out of 10. My notes: stop sing-talking Magic the Gathering lore. It's awful. Jesus Christ, Lord Almighty. This is again one of the worst ones where all you're doing is sing-talking me the different lore of what's happening. I understand that you want us to learn about your heroes and your journey in the set, but you can make a good song that gets the point across and might feel like it has deeper meaning instead of just saying all of these things. And a lot of the time as well, we get into this problem where a lot of the words or ideas they're trying to get across just don't mix well in a song. I'll say it over again. It feels like a checklist that they had to meet, that they were doing their damnedest to make work. And sadly, to me, it didn't. Number 8, Shadow of... I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to put it up on screen. 8 out of 10. Again, it feels like a lo-fi hip-hop beats to chill and study to. I dig it. It's calm. It's chill. It feels in line with what they were trying to do. Has no lyrics, so of course, 8 out of 10. It's good. I got nothing more to say. Oh, number 9, The Spark Inside, 2 out of 10. And My Suffering is my only note. I think I'm starting to lose my marbles here. I listened to it, I think, yesterday or earlier today, and that was my only note, is End My Suffering. Okay, hold on. Let's listen to this. They're just, it's just, they yell Kamigawa, some other words. It's just not good. It's just not good. I just don't like it, and I can't describe it. All right. It's a feel, right? Like I feel it in my soul. Number 10, And We Glow, 9 out of 10. When Genuine, one of the artists who is frequently working with other people on this album, works by himself, it slaps. And it captures the feel that we're going for and can be listened to by itself. And I think that's another thing to me that's important when you are making songs for your franchise in general. If the song slaps by itself, regardless of what it's a part of, people are going to keep listening to the song. All of these songs that have lyrics to them are so heavily ingrained into Magic the Gathering that you can't really enjoy it unless you're a fan of it already. Even then, it's a little too heavy-handed to be enjoyed. So again, this is one of the ones without lyrics, and it's good. 9 out of 10. Number 11, Neon Streets. 2 out of 10. Why are all the songs with lyrics just the worst? Are each one on a checklist are my notes. It just feels like they have to tell the lore, they have to explain what's going on, and it's just not enjoyable. They're not doing it in a fun or creative way. It feels like a checklist, or it's somebody on YouTube explaining the lore and someone just put music over top of it and it works, right? I feel like they could have done better. Every time they get to the point, like I'll have a better conclusion at the end here, but right now I'm just disappointed. Poppy's disappointed in you. Number 12, Argon Reflection, 7.5 out of 10. And decimal points on here for you. The guitar is good. It feels off at times, but overall I enjoy it. The guitar work in here is pretty good. I did enjoy it, but sometimes I'm like, it didn't quite vibe for me, but overall it was good. Again, no lyrics. Number 13, Lands of Kamigawa, 8 out of 10. Feels more hip-hop lo-fi. The harder synth is underlying instead of the forefront, which is nice. Upbeat overall. I enjoyed it. All of their music doesn't have any lyrics, is decent and good. Number 14, Path to Victory vibes. I think this is one of the ones that better encapsulates a feeling or a mood in relation to Magic the Gathering that isn't too heavy-handed. It has very like, I am your little samurai, green, black, and blue. Like it's got very much those vibes, which Butterfly? What's that song called? I'll put it up on screen. But 6 out of 10, serviceable. I didn't like absolutely hate it, but it was okay. Right? This is a better example of what they could have done with a lot of their music or lyric related songs. Number 15, our last one of the bunch, 4 out of 10. I don't have notes. I think I just gave up. It was unenjoyable. And this is the last song. They didn't leave it off with a bang. It was just Now let's get into the part that I think is the most important about this. Different companies have tried to integrate music into their brand or marketing of a certain product. Nobody has a problem with that. If done well, it can elevate an okay product into something wonderful. Best example of this, and you probably all know where I'm going, League of Legends. Now bear with me, League of Legends is the salt mine that we all eventually left or begrudgingly still play, Tyler one. And I went back and I listened to a bunch of their music because they have songs that I'll still go back and listen to because what they do is what I feel Magic the Gathering failed to do. They, of course, are using their characters in their franchise to try and sell their product. But what they don't do is they don't yell about using QWER or going down lanes or toxic parts of the game or positive parts of the game. What they do is they encapsulate the feel of being a champion, being a hero, overcoming odds, the grind of accomplishing something great. Those feelings are then put into song. And even if you aren't playing League of Legends or grinding your way to the top, you can still relate to a lot of the generic messages that are a part of it. It works for the game and for our listener in general who isn't even part of the franchise. And what we have here with Magic the Gathering is that what they do is they try to shove in as much Magic the Gathering lore and phrases about the game and kind of make it unenjoyable to listen to for people who enjoy Magic the Gathering and just a random listener like myself. And here's the thing, I am a fan, right? As soon as this dropped and I was available to get the Phyrexian Praetors with the Phyrexian writing, I jumped on that as soon as possible. One of them's a little off. That's fine. We'll adjust that later. I'm a fan of certain parts of Magic the Gathering. When I was younger, I played it a lot. So I come back to it every once in a while and see how they're doing. And the music could have even made me a little bit nostalgic and go like, this pops. I should go buy some packs and kind of, relive that nostalgia. But the music, I can't even really recommend it except for the ones that aren't lyric based. They're just a jam in and of themselves. And I feel like they should have just leaned that direction instead of trying to shove lore and phrases down your throat. Now, if we go back and look at a bunch of the League of the Legends ones, we're going to look at what they did. For example, you have KDA, which was a skin promotion of a bunch of champions looking like Korean pop stars. Pretty cool. We also had Get Jinx, which I think was like their first proper animated music video, which was releasing the character and hyping them up. It was an animated music video, and the song by itself encapsulates the character and the mood they were trying to go for with them instead of explaining their tragic backstory or their lore or how they fit into the game. It was a banger song that helped get you into the mood of the character and hyped up to go onto the game and play just because the song was so good. And almost all the KDA songs, especially pop stars, slap. They are good to listen to just by themselves. Legends Never Die, Warriors. I know Imagine Dragons is in there, but even then, it's a good song that gets you into the mood. They release animated music videos year after year for each of the championship matches. And again, it brings up the moods and the feelings of overcoming adversity or rising up through the ranks and being a champion and a hero and succeeding where others have failed. And it makes you feel good, like, yeah, I can do that. I can overcome things. I can become a champion, because everyone wants to relate to that in the game and outside of the game. What's the point I'm trying to make here? The point that I'm trying to make is they had an option and an opportunity to introduce music to their games and make it interesting and fun. Nobody is upset when their favorite franchise releases good music that they can listen to and go, hey, my franchise is cool. They can even do cool music. They dropped the ball, I feel, hard on this, which sucks, but also unsurprising. To a certain extent, as much as I hate to say it, taking a page out of League of Legends would have been a lot better. How do I even want to end this off? I think the best way to end it off is I wish I could say more good things about it, because I used to play Magic a lot when I was a kid, teenage years, stuff like that. I made some of my best friends because I played it, and so on and so forth. But here we are, so many years later. I barely play the game, and I can't even look back and or even look forward to the new stuff and go, man, that's cool. They're still doing cool stuff. It just felt like a half-assed attempt to try something new as a marketing scheme, and not even scheme, strategy, and it didn't pay off. Doesn't feel good, doesn't look good. With that, I guess go listen to some League of Legends music. It still pops off to this day. Now, we're at the end of the video, and I thank everybody for watching. This is just my 2 cents on it. I didn't want to take too long explaining everything or going through everything. Just, this is my quick and dirty about how I feel about the new music in Magic the Gathering. So drop a like if you'd like to, subscribe if you thought it was good. I'm gonna do my best to try to upload more. I'm a man who can only focus on too much at once. I apologize. But if you want to watch me more often, more frequently, I stream 3 days a week over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Dredges. I hope you all are having a good day, a good night, whatever you're having, wherever you are. Peace out. Have a good one. I'm Dredges. I really want to make like a cool commander deck with Elish Norn, but I don't think we'll get there again. Wish I could like the hobby still. Damn.